It's great to have Wasim Akram along, the great Wasim Akram, to talk about left-arm swing. What are Mohammed Amir's great strengths as a bowler?
I think generally he's a wicket-taker bowler. He bowls in the right areas. He's got good attitude. And he knows what fast bowling is all about, especially bowling in this part of the world, in England. Remember the last tour, the way he bowled, especially at Lords, he got first five odd wickets. And his length has been perfect, especially on pitches like England, where it seams around and where it moves around. And that's where I think he has been consistent, and he's nippy. 140 plus, and that matters when you have control and when you can bowl 140. If you can swing both ways, and that's what exactly Amir has been doing since he made a comeback. So he has been phenomenal. But so far, whatever I've seen, Nasser, the press or the television, it appears to me it's Amir versus England.
Well, it might be Amir versus England. Swing, though, surely that is his key attribute, and the late swing.
Yeah, that's the big thing, is the late swing. 90 mile an hour, the ball's coming down at you, you think it's not going to swing. You've got David Willey there as a comparison. There's nothing against David Willey, who's a very fine bowler, but he swings it a little bit from the hand. When it swings so late, as any batsman, right-hand, left-hander, at that pace, and also here's a lad that can hit you on the head, can hit you on the foot, a bit like this man.
Yeah.
You're a little bit standing back. The game against Somerset recently was a classic example of that. He showed late swing, late movement, and the batsman had no clue which way that ball was going because he's pretty subtle out the hand.
We'll come on to that in a moment. Hold that. Is there any key to the grip to get that late swing, or is it the faster you bowl, the later it's going to swing?
I think it's sometimes, to me, I think it's natural. Either you have it, either you don't. I mean, Peter Willey, isn't it? David Willey, Peter's son. He's a tremendous bowler. He's got pace, but as a batsman, you guys can be able to pick this is in swing because you can see the release of the ball is coming. But with Amir, he grips it that way and he flicks it at the last minute. So balls come straight at pitches and then it nips back or goes away from the left-hander. And I think that's why he's been so consistent taking wickets, Amir, because he swings it late with pace. And when he bowls away swingers, obviously the shiny side, if this is the shiny side, he'll come this side. Instead of locking the wrist, he'll go slightly cross and then he flick it that way. So he comes out straight, and at the last minute, it goes away from the right-hander.
Show him the split screen.
Well,
we're trying to work out.
Let's show the deliveries first. Let's show the deliveries first, because the way he challenges both the inside edge of Jonathan Trott's bat here, same innings, and then this one, a couple of balls later, he challenges the outside edge. So that's the variation. Now, come on, is he doing that deliberately? So left-hand side is the in-swing, right-hand side is...
If you see the seam position here, it's like this, the way I showed you. It's going towards first slip of the right-hander. And over here, he's going to flick it at the last minute, and that's going to come into the right-hander. That's why he has been phenomenal as a bowler, because of the control he's got.
So the seam upright there.
Yeah.
And so Jimmy Anderson will have like a wobble ball.
Wobbled a bit and then went across.
Just show us that grip again, and what would the feel be off the fingers?
Feel just here, and you go slightly wide, and just come here and flick it here. But arm has to be straight, high arm, and it has to flick just here, little flick. Practice is practice. I learned that while in nets, while playing county cricket for Lancashire. I learned everything. My natural swing was the in-swing. And then as a bowler, I realized that every batsman is sort of, gearing up for me, that I'll just bowling big in-swingers. Then I learned in nets, slowly. When you start off something new in fast bowling, your pace decreases because your wrist muscles are not used to that grip. But after about 3-4 months, if you bowl consistently, the pace will come back as well with this away swinger as well.
Well, he's got the variation in his fingers and his wrist. What about his variation at the crease? This one to Andrew Strauss coming in, and then this one to Alistair Cook. And if we...
It's usually...
pause it there.
If any place, anywhere in the world, would you like to use your crease, this would be the country, England, because of the seaming conditions. So he goes wide of the crease on this side, and obviously batsmen expect it to come in, and this one came in. But I used to go sometimes wide of the crease, and I used to bowl the away swingers to the left-hander as well. But that's why crease, you can only use crease if you got right control, and if you can swing the ball. If it's not swinging, there is no point using the crease because you might get hammered.
How does that challenge the batsman?
Well, just the game of cricket is about angles. You don't line him up as well. There's a slope here as well. He's moving it both ways. He's at pace. It's completely challenging you all the time. But the key for England is to realise that this lad has only played 8 first-class games in 6 years. He's not bowled more than 15 overs in an innings since November. So if they can see off his new ball burst, the outfield is heavy. His legs will be heavy coming back for that second, third, fourth spell, waking up tomorrow, the day after. Keep him in the field. He won't be the bowler in his third spell that he will in his first.
What about the other variation, which is, we roll that on, when, like you used to do, round the wicket and then going across and away?
Yeah, but there's a reason behind it, because as a batsman, you probably would play against me quite a bit of cricket. When I went around the wicket, when nothing was happening, with the angle, the ball is meant to come in, because we left-handers go wide of the crease, don't we? We can't come close to the stumps, because if we try, we'll run on the pitch. So when you go wide of the crease as a bowler, you're teeing up for me, you're gearing up that with the angle it's going to come in. But that's where you go, just flick it a little bit, it's going to release your hand, it's going to come in with the angle, it's going to pitch, and then it's going to go across a little bit, and that's where you get the edge.
Makes it sound so simple.
Hey, take the ball away from it.
Good to see an old friend back, this Duke ball. Eh? It's great to see you. Waz is going to be on our verdict this evening for our highlight show. Divides opinion, David, as you mentioned, but he can bowl.